Alrighty, what's up, guys? I know I've been fucking up. I haven't been doing reactions, but I've been streaming, so check that out, bitch ass nigga. Probably gonna throw a clip before this, so probably gonna see what we've been doing over at the streams. If you're not tuned into the stream, it's gonna be a link down in the description below for niggas that's like you who don't be paying attention. Pay attention sometimes, you'll understand some shit. Also, you're already going to see down in the description box below my Twitter, my Instagram. I'll be posting on there too, so that people can be caught up. So if you're not caught up, then what are you doing? What is you doing? For real. Like, come on now. Do better. But you already know who this is. This is your main man, Maki. I'm the man who tells you to get a bag every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's a relaxed day, and if you didn't know, now you know. You bitch ass nigga. And this is Maki's commentary, where we talk about some pretty interesting topics, pretty much questions that niggas have throughout the week, certain things that I see that come up that are like a social commentary topic in a sense. So you already know how we about to get down. We about to get pretty lit in this conversation. Everything about to be fluid, my G. So y'all already know my co-host, Rico Blanco Young.
I'm Rico Blanco. I'm the guy that rolls up. You'll see me frequently rolling up.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But with this first subject that we about to get into, I have been seeing this all over Facebook, all over Twitter. It started, the question I asked you earlier off camera was pretty much the post went like this. It was a son, right? He screenshotted a text from his dad. Yeah. It was just like, yeah, no. Because his dad was just like, because he had texted his dad's girlfriend. I don't know what the text was, but his dad felt offended that he didn't put the miss in front of that. And he was just like, this, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I'm good. And to me, I didn't really see a problem with that. Some people were saying that the dad was having a whole power trip, and I'm just like, okay, that's kind of being a little bit too extreme, because he's just asking in a sense. To me, the way it came off like, nigga, you were raised better than this. Fuck is he doing? Type shit. Like, that's how I took it. So it was just more so like, my G, why do you feel so offended that your dad is asking you to put the surname on that first name? It is like, I've had this conversation with other people, and they've all said like multiple different things to me. Some people agree with the son, some people agree with me. There are different sentiments that are to be had, but I would like to hear your opinion.
I think
You can't hear this, but when you started talking, the song changed.
I think basically that it really boils down to two things. One being culture, like, because I feel like depending on your culture, that'll depend like the set of manners that you were like raised with, and two being your age, because like I feel like when you get older, you're more likely to just call somebody by their first name or whatever, rather than being like Mr. or Mrs. this, that, and the third. Like, for example, people with like step parents, if they grew up with that step parent, they're used to calling them Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, so like they have like that bond growing up or whatever, or they're taught that growing up. But if that person comes into your life like when you're older, when you're like in your 20s, I don't see you going up to that person, oh, Mr. Mrs. Like, because I don't I just don't see that as a realistic thing depending on the setting that you're in.
I agree with that. And like I was saying earlier, and how I agree with your earlier sentiment when we were speaking off camera. After I thought about it a lot more, I really feel like you are right in a sense where it's like it's really based off of how a person was raised, in a sense. Because like I started thinking about it like a lot more towards like certain experiences I had with people that I know, and like talking to them and how they talk to people that they have as like step parents or just mom boyfriend, dad's girlfriend type situation. And you were right that there is like a wide spectrum of how they approach the person. And I do agree with you that it also is a like case to case basis depending on how you meet the person. I guess me coming from a family culture where you just put the surname on anybody older than you just out of respect until they deem it otherwise. I just thought it was weird in the sense that people just had like an issue with it. But I'm gonna show you what was on. I'm gonna show you what the dad had said so that you can read for yourself. Because he was just like, to repeat what he said word for word so that I'm not misconstruing things and that you can get like a better understanding of like what was said. He said, remember when speaking to Tanya, you gotta add the miss. Okay.
I also think like it depends on how that person views you as an individual. Like, alright, so if you're speaking to your step parent and your step parent it feels some type, because I don't know if in the messages with this and the third, was it just like the dad saying something, or was like the mom upset because he didn't use, or like the stepmom upset?
What he screenshotted was just his dad's text to him, which said, remember, I'm speaking to Tanya and this.
Well, how I see that is like, if the individual isn't requiring that, then, or if the individual isn't saying something about that, then I feel like, that's unfound. For the simple fact that the person who you're telling me to call Miss or Mrs. or whatever isn't telling me that. They could care less. Unless they make a point to say, oh yeah, no, like, you shouldn't call me that. Call me this. I genuinely feel like when it comes to like what you call somebody, they should just be called what they feel comfortable being called. So if by your father they feel like they want to be called by their name, they'll be called by their name. But some people in relationships, for example, they find that weird. They don't like being called by their name. They'll be like, oh, why don't you call me babe or something? You know what I mean? So it's like because of things like that, I think it's on a case-to-case basis. Like, oh, this individual is like, they're your step parent, or they're just an adult in general. Like, alright, you're at your job, you would probably call someone Miss or Mrs. or something, because like that's not necessarily a formal setting.
Right.
You don't like I said earlier, it's not like you're going and getting a drink at the bar with these people.
You got a point there. What a coworker of mine was saying when I asked him about it, he was just like, earlier, I was talking to him, I didn't have at that point in time. I didn't talk to males about the situation besides him. The only people that I ended up having conversations with about this subject were females at this point.
Yeah.
He said, based off the information I was giving him at that time, was that it could be mainly a gender thing because, like how I was telling you earlier, you can go to the female's house on some just more so like on a first interaction thing he was coming from, but he was more so like if you, oh fuck that, you don't do no ass, bitch. Fuck out of here, fuck out of here, fuck out of here. Yeah, get out of here. Bitch.
So if you like what you call it, so you're basically saying if you go to like a girl's house and you speak to her father, you would be like, oh, Mr. this, that, and the third, or you speak to an adult in her household, you would call them Mr. or Mrs.
Yeah, because the point that he was making that.
But a girl wouldn't come and do that. She would just call like your mom by mom or her first name.
Yeah. So I caught when he said that. Like I then started thinking again. Like I was thinking about the instances I had, and I was just like, you kind of make a point there. But like I've only talked to female at this point. That's when I called you and asked you the question because it was just like I've only spoken to females about this subject. I need to speak to somebody else about this subject to make my consensus whole.
Well, I'll give you a random ass example. Like in that 70s show, they call Eric's parents Mr. and Mrs. Foreman, but that's like because of the way they carry themselves and shit. Like, because mind you, then there is an adult, Tommy Chong in the show. He plays Leo. They just call him Leo. They don't call him Mr. Da 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 da. And he's a whole adult.
See, that's where I got cut you because it's like we're talking about like relationship wise. So the better example.
They've worked for him though in the show.
I know.
So it's like, all right, that's your boss. That's a good relationship.
This is what I mean. Like, lovey-dovey type. The better relationship scene would be Donna's parents.
Okay.
And when her parents split up and her dad got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She didn't call her like Mrs. Dad. She called her straight by her name.
Yeah.
And yeah, even though at that point in time, for people who have not watched this show, if you're young as fuck, you better watch this show so you can understand what I'm about to say. Even though at the time she did not like her, I can exclude the emotion part and say that that could be a good example of that happening.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what's ironic about just that situation you mentioned? I remember her calling her by her name, and I find it funny because of the fact that I think it also draws back again to a cultural thing, because I feel like in a because they were still technically teenagers at that time, so I feel, and they lived with their parents, so I feel like in like a black household or something, they would straight up be like, oh, you address him but like da 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 da. Like I feel like your parent would check you if you're like, oh hey da 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 da. And
like with Hyde's dad?
Huh?
With Hyde's black dad?
Yeah.
So how like even though they just met them, they all still call him like Mr. Da 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 da.
Yeah. And it's just like I feel like that's a cultural thing. You know, like, oh, you call me this, don't say that. And I feel like depending again with the age thing, like all right, like if you're 20 and your mom gets a new boyfriend and you call him by his name and then your mom tries to press you about that, I feel like the man in that case would be like, oh no, it's not that, like he could like he's not a little boy, depending on how they recognize you though, because that's why I said like it also boils back down to how that person sees you and whether they feel like you know, like you can address them as such.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense. Like,
Same thing works for like if you're a girl too. I think like if a guy, you know, gets with some girl's mom or whatever, or if if some chick gets with her dad, she'll be like, he'll be like, oh, this is da-da-da. I feel like in that case, the man would just straight up be like, oh, this is Cindy or da-da-da, Samantha, whatever her fucking name may be.
okay, so then would you even saying that, and we're speaking on a post that was made from a father and son situation. At this point, I feel like it really depended on how the father introduced the girlfriend to his son. Like,
Yeah.
If he did introduce her as Miss Tanya, then now it's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to be said. There is no argument. There was no argument. He made it known this is how you address her.
Yeah.
So,
Legit, because like it all goes down to like what the
how your parent introduced their significant other. To
yeah
you.
or
Okay, that
you know, just or how the adult chooses to introduce themselves, because it doesn't necessarily need to always be your parent. It could be like, oh, you know, you're in a certain line of work and you have a coworker. Your coworker is, you know, like, or you're an apprentice under somebody. You could call them Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, and it won't you don't, but necessarily because you're in the same line of work, you don't have to do that. So like, let's say you're a freaking you make elevators or some shit, and you're learning from someone who's much older than you. You could call him, or well, you could just call them whatever, and that's out of respect for the fact that, oh, that person's older than you or whatever. But necessarily, if you call them by their name, you're not being unprofessional.
I ain't gonna hold you. And with that being said, I got a story for you.
Preferably, I would like to be called by my name.
I don't care what you call me. Just call me
There you go.
Ever since I heard that as a kid, I've always been saying that. But no, I got this interesting ass story. When I first came up here, right, so I was working in Glastonbury at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm fresh from the South. Like, I still got all Southern hospitality in me all the way. So I am saying Mr., Mrs., yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. I'm
Yes,
doing
sir.
it all. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like, I still got the Southern drawl and everything. My boss used to get mad at me for calling me Mr. Like saying Mr. in front of people. Like, he used to be like, no, you don't have to call me that. I'm just like, it got to a point where he used to, like, after we had that conversation and I still was doing it, he would be like, he wouldn't answer me. He literally would not answer me.
Some people say that it makes you feel old.
No, I feel that. I got an interesting story about that. Matter of fact, you've met my family. Till this day, I don't have a grandmother on my father's side. I have a J-Mom. Yeah,
What do they call it? What is J-Mom? Like, I've never heard that.
J-Mom. J is the first letter of her first name, and then
Okay.
Ma is so she's not called Yeah. I'm sorry if you see this video. I did not mean to call you that. I'm sorry. You want to know something? There's interesting stories. When I was even younger, it wasn't even. She didn't want to be called J-Ma so much that before it was J-Ma, it was Auntie Gina first.
Okay.
And it's like, I respect it. But that was an interesting tidbit because you reminded me of that, and I was just like, yeah, I have an interesting story about that too. It actually continues to go on in my entire life. You know what's funny? At the age of 23 now, she's somewhat okay with calling me her grandson. Because before it used to be, that's my son's son.
Yeah. Hey yo.
But yeah, as I was saying, what you call it? Casper, you can do this. Got this. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the squad dog, but this is Casper. I'm checking
He's a fat fuck because I brought chips in here and he's running up on the live. He's like, come on, just share it. You got a whole bag. It's party size. You can't even read.
He's like, it's a bag of whatever food. Share. Papa, share. But no. It's so hilarious because, like, it happened recently. You know, we was at Sunday dinner, and she slipped up. She was just like, yeah, this is my son, and then this is my grandson. I mean, my son's son. You know what? It don't matter anymore. I don't care. I'm like, oh, yeah. Hey, you lit. Hey. I respect how she feels about the whole situation. It is what it is. But you had a question as well, Maki. It posed to the, well, not only to me, but to the audience as well.
Yeah. Alright. So, the question I have for you guys is, have you ever seen one of these?
Got him. Got him. Got him. But no, what was the other one for?
But, alright. So if you had $1 million right now, what would you still never buy?
What would I still never buy?
My answer. These bitches OnlyFans.
That's because I ain't gonna that was probably gonna be my answer as well.
Because, yeah, you got me fucked up.
But I'll give you this. If I had $1 million, I'm still not buying Dookie and designer bags. Shout out to the nigga Gilly for $1 million from million dollar worth of game. Yeah, fuck. He coined that shit, and that shit had me dying because he was talking to Burner about that shit. It was just like going to these niggas out here, different cities. They be having the shits in these bags. My nigga, I be smoking that shit dookie.
Yeah.
This nigga said,
Hey, yo.
this is like, these niggas is selling dookie in designer bags. DIBD, nigga. I'm like, damn. Yeah, can't do it. I coined that one. I'm going with that now. Can't do it. Can't do it. But for a real answer, I'm still not buying nothing off of eBay.
Hey, yo, nigga said nothing off of eBay, like
Nothing off of Wish. Okay? Nothing off of eBay nor Wish. I'm good. Especially Wish. I'm not doing it. It's not going there. Okay? The fucking ads they be having on Facebook, I'll be like, y'all really don't have that. I'm sorry. No, you're not. I can't believe that. I'm not going to believe that. Fuck that. You got me all that stuff. Like, bro. And it's funny because, like, when I was, like, 13, I used to be on Wish heavy looking for, like, shit like that. Then I got older, it's like, really started looking at them shits. I was like, this can't be real. Like, you don't actually have this in stock, sir. Like, you're playing games. Like, you're a scammer. Like, you're a thief.
You're a thief.
Like, bro, there would be so much shit on there, and I'd be like, bro, I can't do it. I feel like if I buy something over here, I would just get a box of nothing. I just paid however much money for a box of nothing.
I can have $1 million right now.
I have a box of this. What's inside?
Nothing.
Exactly.
There you go. I could have $1 million right now, and I still wouldn't pay for air for my tires.
You got a point.
You got me fucked up. Like, air is free. Fuck it. Like, when you go to some gas stations, though, they try to charge you, and it's like, oh, where you gonna charge me? I'm gonna just go to the gas station down the street or next door, because there'll be one right next door sometimes, and pump my tires for the free.
Yeah. It's like when you know that there are free air pumps out here, it's like you go to the gas stations, they hit you with the it's 25 cents, certain shit. It's like if the nigga down the street is doing it for free, so why aren't you? What is this come up that you're doing? Because like, what? He's over there selling it for 50 cents? Nigga, no. I just like they be looking at you like, no, nigga. I just told you. The nigga down the street is doing it for the free. What come up are you making? The only come up you're making is off this gas. This shit, bro, you're getting gypped. You're getting gypped. You might as well just do it for the free. Stop playing games. Play games. You know what? I could have $1 million and still not like middle of the mall.
Oh, you sound like Riff Raff, babe. That's the middle of the mall shit.
Like,
oh, no, I got you. I can have $1 million right now, and I still wouldn't buy these bitches a Birkin. Yeah, what are you talking about? Still won't buy a bitch no Birkin. You fucked me. You got me fucked up. Like, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? Buy yourself a Birkin. You got it, right?
I respect it. Fuck you. I got $1 million. And I'm still. I had it, I lost it. Shit. Honestly, you said paying for these bitches OnlyFans. Paying for porn, period.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, like, what? You not know where to get it for free?
Yeah.
For the week? Oh, I'm sorry. Fraud.
I'm still not paying for followers.
Facts. You accounts out here, dog, trying to get people to pay for followers.
Yo, I hate how people.
Shit.
I hate how people,
No.
bro. I've had people like slide into my inbox. Yo, I got this fucking account that has like blank followers. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out my fucking inbox with this
Sick
shit.
thing. No.
Yeah, like get out of here. Like, why are you offering me this? Get it out the mud.
I could have $1 million.
It got me convinced that they paid for those followers.
Facts. And they just trying to get their money back. I could have $1 million. Right? And I'm still not paying for food if I work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I can work anywhere that serves food. I'm not paying for that shit. I'm gonna get that shit
You'll
for free.
have every restaurant that you've worked at. Hey, so you didn't pay for all this food that you?
No, the fuck I didn't. I did not. I ain't pay for shit. I got that shit straight up out the mud. I was cool with all the cooks, people on the line, and I got my shit for the free. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not doing that shit. Y'all niggas got me fucked up. How I work here and still gotta pay for food?
Oh, but then y'all give discounts to the motherfuckers who don't even really work like that. Like, to managers, and the managers just be sitting in the office all day.
You wanna know something crazy?
Doing paperwork.
You wanna know
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Nah, you wanna know something crazy? I used to know some niggas that worked at Subway. You wanna know what their free food thing is? They get like one free meal a month.
There you go. What the fuck?
I'd have been fired because I'd have been making me sandwiches every day. Like, as I close, just make me a sandwich. On the way home, I'm chilling. Take me a couple sodas. Not a couple, just.
I'll put it to you this way. Shout out to all the people who got their orders fucked up and they didn't want the food because motherfuckers who when we got that food back, niggas ate it. Niggas didn't throw it out like
Facts.
what you thought this was.
You
didn't even touch the fucking food. You didn't touch not near the bag, near the food. Niggas will be like, oh, what's your order? Oh, I had this, oh shit, that's not this. Here you go. It got a whole extra order from God knows where. Cooks be fucking. Yo, nah, you know what I learned though? Cooks be doing that on purpose because they'll make their food and it's like, oh, it's there. And then when they go to grab it, it'll be gone. That shit'll be 8.
You shared that with the gang.
Hey yo, nah, bro. There's this one dude I used to work with named Hunter. This shit had me crying. He pocketed like fucking 6 cheeseburgers, dude. Like at the same time. At the same time, I have a video of it. The shit is. He's just pulling out cheeseburger after cheeseburger.
Hey, get it how you live.
Like I said, you want a cheeseburger? I got these cheeseburgers, man.
You know, he was literally the real life cheeseburger off of Longest Yard. Yeah. What you want? I'm gonna get you a cheeseburger. A big double. A big chicken. Probably get you fried. No. Sicker. Fuck you.
What about you, Casper? Got his ass. He thought it was food.
If I had $1 million, right? Still ain't paying for a car wash.
You know what I think? I think it's time for ASMR.
This nigga. This one's sitting right here, my yin yang.
You guys, if you stayed long enough, if you stayed to this point, you know what you came for. You came for these ASMR bombers. You saw me in the thumbnail. You knew what was going on. Yeah.
If you stayed to this point, type down in the comments some of your answers and talk to us.
Yeah.
I don't know when this is gonna be uploaded.
It's not gonna be uploaded. He capping. He don't upload shit. He just be saving it on his computer. He just be recording this shit and just putting it on his computer. He don't even put it on YouTube. Don't believe this, man.
So at some point you're gonna see a reaction thing come up here somewhere in the corner on either side. I'm not looking at my OBS, so I can't tell you. But
Also, Cap. And if it's true, you won't click on it.
there should be 20 videos of me reacting to shit. It's not 2019. Not 2019.
It's not 2019. It's 2022. What are you talking about? You living in the past, bro.
I said, if not 20, pause. 19. Okay? Slow it down.
I just dissed you.
But no. If not 20 videos, there should be 19 videos. Because check this shit out. Okay. Get your mind right before you do that. Because we will be watching some funny shit. I ain't gonna hold you. First few videos is gonna be kind of some cool quality. I was just figuring out what the fuck I was doing. As you get to like 10, you're gonna be like, some good shit. Okay. Real good shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll be vibing by 10, my G. I'm telling you. Okay? Just get up to 10. You're gonna get the good quality shit. And you're gonna be lit now. Alright? Get the ball rolling. And from 10 all the way up to 19 or 20. You know what I'm saying? Vibe with it, nigga. Okay? Also, check out the videos in this playlist, the Maki's commentary playlist. I'm probably than that. I gotta do some more Twitch clips because I've been doing a lot of shit on Twitch every day. Surprisingly,
Also, Cap. This nigga doesn't even play video games. Don't believe this man.
link in the description below. Twitch.tv/LI. I think
/cap because you see how he had to think about it.
because I'm trying to remember what the.
He
fucking-
trying to remember because it don't exist. It's not real.
Link in the description below. You gonna see that shit, nigga. You gonna pop up in there. All right. We got a few commentary. Oh, not commentary. We got a few videos on there. A few good hours of content. Well, this is Maki's commentary, nigga. See, she already know how we get. Oh, shit. Bong in my face. You gonna take a hit of this bong? Wanna get lit? You got any more questions? I'm gonna take a hit of this bong.
Concentrating
On not
on
dying.
not dying.
Yeah, I figured. We're just gonna take a hit of this bong and we're gonna get back into it. Give me a second.
Yeah. Being hurt. Being hurt.
Yeah. But you already know what this is. This is the Maki's commentary. We'll catch another video soon when we get some more shit to talk about. Hey, check out the reactions. Check out the other shit. You'll be lit. And yeah, don't be a bitch. Like and share, subscribe, share with your friends. Okay? Don't be a hoe. Okay? For real. Don't be a hoe. But you know my slogan, stay home, stay high, stay healthy. Get the fuck up out of here. Peace, bitch!